Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It's been a busy week already. Had the 5-pack yesterday, had to get to the vet, and today, here we are again, week 3. Mario is on his way to his 17th Cytosar infusion treatment. I am stuck in some horrible traffic, which is terrible because they wanted him there earlier than normal today. Come here. Here's my boy. Here's my boy. There he is. There he is. Everybody wants to see you, not me. Right? Everybody wants to see you, not me. So we are trying to get up to Boynton, to Southeast Veterinary Neurology, so that he can get his 17th Cytosar infusion treatment today. Oh, got my hair in your mouth? Sorry, buddy. He had given me quite a bit of a scare over the last couple of weeks. He was not acting normal. His left eye started looking a little wonky and out to the side. That's not the eye that works, so I wasn't worried about him losing vision. I was just worried that something was happening in his brain that was causing the shift in his eye. And he was having these episodes where he would get like completely manic, for lack of a better word, or frenzied, which was totally out of character and out of his personality. So I, of course, called Dr. Adams, his neurologist, and told him everything that was going on and all of my concerns. And I also took him to Dr. Kesha and ran some blood work on him. He was a little bit dehydrated when we did the blood work for some reason, so we did give him some sub-Q fluids, and then when Dr. Adams went over everything, he told me to put him back on prednisone twice a day. We had weaned him all the way down to 1 milligram of pred once a day, but with the little bit of the setback in his behavior and what I was noticing, Dr. Adams said, all right, let's put him back up. And if it is a relapse, then he'll get better. So he's now back on 1 milligram of prednisone twice a day, unfortunately. I did notice his eye shifting back to its normal position. Hi, buddy. There you go. So that's good. And his little frenzies or his little manic episodes have kind of subsided, which is good, but it's also bad because I think that does mean that he did have another relapse. So I am very curious to see what Dr. Adams has to say today when he examines him, because of course when we get there, it's the first thing he does. He takes him in and does a full examination and compares everything to the 3 weeks prior, before he does get him set up for his infusion treatment. So I am quite curious to see what he thinks. He didn't see him. I didn't bring him up. I was going to, but I decided to just take his advice and give him the pred and take him to Kesha and have his blood work done and all of that, instead of going up to Boynton that day. So he didn't see his eye, but I'm still curious to see what his exam is going to show today as far as his menace response and things like that, whether or not that has kind of slipped off or stayed steady. I hope at least it's steady. I hope. So I do have the donate button on this video if anybody would like to donate towards Mario's treatment today or his ongoing medical care, because it is ongoing. I didn't go live when I took him to Dr. Kesha. We did all the blood work and the sub-Q fluids and all of that. So that was a little bit of a cost for him that day as well. So we would be very, very appreciative if you would like to donate towards Mario, either towards his treatment today or his ongoing care, which, as you all know, if you follow him, that it is every 3 weeks that he has to come and have this treatment done. Then on the 4th week, he goes and has his CBC and his chem done. We're also monitoring his thyroid, so that's a separate test. And he is on the prednisone every single day. And unfortunately, just had to be bumped back up to twice a day. We were hoping to get to every other day. And instead, we had to go in the other direction. That was pretty loud, that AC. I didn't realize that until just now. Hopefully you guys could hear everything I was saying. I didn't realize how loud the AC was. I like to keep it cool for him in the car. But again, as always, I will update everybody when I pick him up later tonight, because he does stay all day as long as he gets the all clear to have the treatment, which he has not been turned away yet, luckily. And we're going on a year, actually. Believe it or not, this kid has been with us at 100 plus and been with me and been doing these treatments for a year. I believe he came in December 27th of last year. I think that was the date. So in a couple weeks it'll be a year. And he's handled the treatments fantastically. Like I said, he's never had to be turned away from one. They would turn him away if they checked him and they didn't think he was healthy enough to endure it, or if he had a fever or any of those things. And he's passed every time and been able to go ahead with his treatments. Good boy. So it has been every 3 weeks for a year now. We will continue to do it for as long as we can. As long as he's tolerating it, as long as it's working, then we will continue it. If you've been following from the beginning, you know that when he was diagnosed, it was a pretty terrible day and a grave diagnosis, because of what he has, MUE, which is meningitis encephalitis, with added optic neuritis, because it affected his optic nerves. That's why he's blind in one eye. There's no cure for it, and the only thing you can do is medically manage it. Which is what we are doing. And even with medical management, the prognosis is that they usually only live for 2 years after diagnosis. And that's a terrible, terrible thought, especially knowing that we're at a year. But he is happy. He does not know that anything is wrong with him. He is not in any pain. He's not in any discomfort. Even when I notice the little things that are going wrong with him or causing him to decline, he doesn't realize it. He doesn't even notice it. He's a happy boy. So, like I said, we will continue this treatment to keep him that way for as long as possible. And that's where you guys come in, because you guys are the reason that we are able to continue this treatment for him and keep him around as long as possible and keep him happy as long as possible with the help of all of your support and your donations. So, thank you all so very much. We really couldn't do this without you. And this little face right here is so worth it. Right? You're so worth it. Yes. Yes, I know you are. I know you're the best boy. I know. So we are finally almost to our exit. Got through all that accident traffic. Like I said, I will jump on later tonight when I come pick him up. He's here for about 7 or 8 hours. I am here around 6 o'clock to come pick him up and bring him home. And I will come live when I do so, that you can see him, and I will tell you everything Dr. Adams said, how the appointment went, how his exam went, and give you guys an update. If anybody has any questions, obviously I cannot read them because I'm driving. When I do stop and have a chance to look at my phone, I'll go through the comments and answer any questions anybody might have. But again, thank you guys so much for your continued love and support of Mario. And I need it. Alright guys, I'm going to sign off now. This is Tiffany and Mario, and Cloud, of course, is in the back for the ride. His foster brother. 100 plus abandoned dogs of Everglades, Florida. Thank you guys so very much.